Dirty trucking. I forgot to put it at video. Continue on with my experience with Detroit Police telephone crime reporting. There's a number we call for non-emergencies, this would be illegal entry is the non-emergency. It was not a physical emergency because the individual is not still in the apartment and not where I can see the individual. He or she is not still here. So I called yesterday to report the incident about the green bra, because I'm still on the green bra. The washer didn't do that. It was over the dirty clothes. Somebody had to do that. But I believe that individual did that because they saw that the washer did it to the beige bra. So now they want to play games. But I got to let it go now. I can't prove it because I seen a washer do it to one of my bras. I just took off and threw in there. I got to let all that go now. But I'm not letting the journal go. I can't prove how they did it, but I know they did it. This is my journal. I created it. It was not in black and white. But back to telephone crime report. I called, get operator 9. They go by numbers. Operator 9. I called to tell her about the illegal entry and what happened with the bra, whatnot. She goes to tell me that's not a crime. What do you mean that's not a crime? Illegal entry is a crime. I said it's not about what they did after they got in here. It is how they got in here to do what they did or to do the things I'm saying is being done. That is a crime. Illegal entry with a key. Look it up. It's the same as a burglary, but you have a key. But you didn't give the person permission to go in your dwelling. But they seem to be, I don't know, just coming here every day and they doing stuff. So now because I seen the washer do that to one bra, I got to let all that go. And now I'm pissed. I'm thinking we're getting closer to catching this motherfucker. Now I'm pissed. I got to let that go. But Operator 9 told me it wasn't a crime. And then I told her, what do you mean it's not a crime? Illegal entry is a crime. It's not about what they did. It ain't even about what I'm saying they did. It's how they got in here to do that. That is a crime. I said, I guess Detroit police ain't gonna do anything until I turn up dead. Then she said, you going to the extreme. I said, no, you said it wasn't a crime. You can't tell me that. This should put me on hold. This the new thing they doing. I don't know if she put me on mute or she put me on hold. But you know that no sound the phone makes while you still talking, but you don't hear no background noise. You don't hear them. You don't apparently hear them listening to you. It ain't like you on speaker. It's like a muted sound. She did that. Told me, hold on. And never came back to the phone. And I was on mute for so long. How does a telephone crime reporting sit up there and put you on motherfucking mute? And don't come back to the phone. So I hang up. Call back. I get a mail operator. I don't know. I don't remember his number. I tell him I want to report illegal entry. What's that, he say? I said, that's when they come in an apartment with a key. Oh, someone has your key. This is Detroit police telephone crime reporting. I said, yes, they came in here and they've been messing with my underwear. So, what is your first name? What's your last name? What's your address? Hold on a second. He does the same thing. Put me on this mute. Didn't come back to the phone. I hang up. Call back. I get operator 9 again. I recognize her voice. I said, this operator 9. I said, can I get somebody else? Because you didn't take my report. You put me on mute. You didn't take my report. I didn't tell her to say you put me on mute. Didn't come back to the phone. I need somebody else. You know what she said? She said, are you going to keep calling me? Calling you? The hell are you talking about? I'm calling telephone crime reporting, which you are an employee at. I'm not per se calling you directly. I don't have your personal cell phone number to call you. I called Detroit Police Telephone Crime Reporting. And I don't know if they can see the phone number when you call. More than likely, they see your phone number. So I'm assuming she's sitting there, see my phone number, and she picks up the phone deliberately so she can go into that kind of conversation. I told her, I don't want to talk to you. I need a supervisor. So I get a supervisor. I tell her what's going on. I'm trying to file a police report of illegal entry. And they start out taking the report, then put me on some kind of hold or mute. And you don't hear nothing. So I end up having to hang up the phone. Then she yells out, is there any operator free right now? Is there any operator free? This is the supervisor of Detroit Police Telephone Crime Reporting. Anybody free? Then she said, well, I'm going to go ahead and take it. She said, did anybody start taking a report? I said, yes, the male that I just got off the phone, the first operator, Operator 9, didn't do anything. They told me it wasn't a crime and put me on some kind of hold and didn't come back to the phone. But the male operator took my name, address, and put me on hold and never came back to the phone. So she said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take the report. I'm going to take the report. Tell me what's going on. So I told her about the bra, and they're coming here illegally with the key. So she takes the report. I said, I want to file a complaint against Operator 9. She said, okay, I'll do the complaint too. I don't even know if she done that. But while she was taking my report, this is a new thing. They sit up here, and then an attorney did that too. And a state senator I had called had done the same thing too. I'll be talking and telling them what's going on. And all of a sudden you hear this no sound, mute. It ain't like you on speaker. It's just like sudden silence to where you end up saying, are you there? Are you there? And all of a sudden they'll answer yes. But it's just sudden silence. I'm just steady talking and hear silence. They not saying nothing. It's just silence. Supervisor did it while she was taking my report. Heard that silence noise. I said, are you there? Because I told her that's what the Operator 9 did. And I had to say, are you there? That's what the operator was doing, to where it was to the point where I say, are you there? Are you still there? So she does it while she's taking my report. Because I told her, I said it sounded like they was putting me on mute or something. So after I mentioned that, she does it. And I'm saying, are you there? Are you there? Then all of a sudden she answers, she responds, oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. She did the same motherfucking thing. We got Operator 9. We got the male operator, who I don't remember his number. And then we got the supervisor. This is Detroit Telephone Crime Reporting. And I asked her, I said, is they an officer? Are y'all officers? Was she an officer? No, I asked the male operator, are you an officer? He said no. So Operator 9 is not an officer, I'm assuming. These are, what they call them here, civilian police, where they hire just regular civilians on jobs relating to police matter. And you have no idea that there is such a thing as illegal entry with a key. But you would, they wouldn't, would they? They civilian police officers. Well, they're not police officers. They are civilians working in doing stuff for the police, answering phone calls in the Detroit crime reporting. They're civilians. These are not officers. So, this has been my experience with telephone crime reporting. And I started to talk about when in Alden Towers, my body wash I use to take a bath. I called to report that because over in Alden Towers, I had the same issue. They were moving my camera around. They laid the camera on the shelf, and the camera actually recorded a black screen. They put something in my body wash because I went to use it and it smelled funny. So I called Detroit police. I said, somebody's putting something in my body wash and it smells funny. This one laughed at me. She laughed at me and told me she can't take the report. She laughed at me. Now I know why it's laughter. She's a civilian. You're not an officer. I call telephone crime reporting. Telephone crime report. This is the new thing now. They get me on the phone. A United States Senator did that. I forgot what office I had called. This is a while back when I was talking about, I think I had called to report the gang stalking and the other stuff that was going on. And I may have mentioned what happened to me at Warren Truck. I'm not sure total of that conversation, but I know it was a conversation trying to get something to stop what's going on. That senator's office did that. It was a male. I remember it was a male that answered the phone. I went in to tell him what was going on. And then he went into that silence so long, I didn't even think he was, hello, 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 hello. Then all of a sudden he said something. I don't know if they're sitting there recording. I don't even know if that was the senator's office I talked to. And that's been since I've been in this department. A senator's office did the same thing. This new thing is these phone operators get you on the phone and you trying to talk to them about what's going on and you got an issue or whatnot. All of a sudden they putting you on mute because they ignoring you. And then all of a sudden they come back to the phone. They let you ramble on while you on mute. And then they come back to the phone and play like they done heard every damn thing you said. Detroit police telephone crime reporting. All three, operator 9, the male operator, and the supervisor, end up putting me on some kind of mute. I don't know what that is when you just hear that silence. I'm just going to say it's mute. Because I had told the supervisor that's what operator 9 did. And I was on it so long that she never came back to the phone. I had to hang up and call back. Got the male operator. He played like he started to take the report. Then put me on mute. I'm just saying the sound is mute. Then I call back. I get operator 9 again. She gonna act like I'm constantly calling her. No, you answered the phone because you probably sitting there seeing my number. And that's another thing they do. I don't know where they work at. Evidently, they all together where they work at because the supervisor called out. I'm hoping they all together because if they ain't, that would mean she would be playing games when she just yelled out, is there anybody available to take this report? Anybody available to take this report? I don't hear anybody else in the background. I just hear her. See, that's why I don't like talking to them on the phone. You don't even know if you talking to telephone crime. You don't know who you're talking to. But the supervisor did it. She made a call. She called out. Like she leaned back in the chair. Hey, anybody available to take this report? Anybody available? Well, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take the report for you. And I told her what happened with Operator 9. She put me on hold or whatever that was, mute, so long I had to hang up. Never came back to the phone. Said, you want to file a complaint? Yes, I do. Told me, you're going to be hearing from the chief. You're going to get that. This is going to get forwarded over to the chief. This is nothing but a game to these people. Everything I'm complaining about, they already know about. This is nothing but a goddamn game. I don't even know why the fuck I live in this goddamn state. I don't even know why the fuck I'm still in this goddamn state. But what's been done to me. I don't even know why I still live in the city of Detroit. I don't need to be living here. But it don't matter. This has happened to me over the road. This has happened to me in other states. This has happened to me while I was on my semi-truck. So evidently, this is some worldwide thing to where somebody could be doing this kind of shit to me and I'm just supposed to let them. But this is my experience with Detroit telephone crime reporting. Putting you on mute. Because they've been making these little funny videos about this on social media. A little cartoon character. A lady talking about stuff going on at work. They made one about putting people on mute. You're a telephone operator paid to listen to what's going on. And because they know who I am, that's why it's going on. They know exactly who I am when I call. And you sitting up there putting me on motherfucking mute. Then the supervisor did it and turned around and apologized. After I told her that had to be what Operator 9 did. I said, hello? And she come back, sorry about that. She just, sorry about that. She does the same exact thing. Why am I talking to these people? This was Detroit police. Telephone crime reporting. Putting me on motherfucking mute. Then when I filed a complaint, she took the complaint, which I called back today and told her to cancel the complaint because I can't prove it now. Because like I said, if it's something I did or something I see was possibly done that I've made a complaint about, I correct it. This was done, so and so, I see how this happened. I'm going to have to cancel the complaint. But the journal, I'm not canceling. It was switched. Everything I said happened. I'm not changing that. This has been my experience dealing with Detroit police and these type of issues I've been having. It's non-emergency. It's nothing for them to get involved. Now they tell me when she took the complaint about Operator 9, you're talking about you're going to be hearing from. I'm going to be hearing from. How am I supposed to be hearing from? Who am I supposed to be hearing from? I got complaints in. I ain't even heard from the officers I'm supposed to be hearing from. Sent me a letter that my case was assigned to. I ain't been hearing from them. When I filed that report about what happened with Hertz rental car, creating that fake invoice, trying to get $140 out of me. Then I go to the car and get the Hertz rental record, and there's another car listed on there. And it wasn't on there. It said the Toyota. None of this is crime. That's why I'm calling telephone crime report. See, that's the problem here. Apparently, none of this shit that they're doing is a crime. Apparently, according to Detroit police, the state of Michigan, and everybody I've talked to, apparently, it is not a crime to enter somebody's apartment that you don't live in and switch stuff, mess with stuff, do things to play mental games, damage stuff, take stuff, family photos, splatter shit all on the cabinet, put footprints in the rug, rummage through your things. Apparently, according to the city of Detroit, telephone crime reporting, every law enforcement agency I've talked to, apparently it is legal to come in here with a key and do these things I've been saying. Apparently, illegal entry with a key here is legal. That's what they've been saying. They ain't physically said that, but they have said it's not a crime. So that's my take on it. So apparently, illegal entry with a key here is legal. Apparently, I live in a state where I'm chosen as an individual that they supposed to be able to come in my apartment, do all this shit, play some kind of mental game. Apparently, in this state, when you're born, you're somehow selected by some individual, maybe from the psychiatry department. You're selected to be on a list as a targeted individual and for gang stalking, and that they're going to say you crazy at some point in your life and start messing your life up. Apparently, that's what happens here in the state of Michigan if you're born here. You're handpicked and selected by somebody without your knowledge, and then you just put through all these heinous things. Apparently, that's legal here in this state, from what I'm being told. It's not a crime to come in here, put salt in my food, mess with my food, take my underwear and put them back. It's not a crime to take my family photos, switch my DOT physical when they were doing that, go through my documents, my mail, tear my clothes. I had a brand new multicolored headscarf like this one. It's pretty color. I come home, they had tore it. I wore it one time. They had tore it. I had to throw it out. Tear my underwear. Apparently, according to Detroit police and the way they've been acting about the reports, law enforcement I've been talking to, the telephone crime reporting, apparently it's not a crime for me, because they don't want to tell me that I'm some chosen individual. My family was to be target for some crazy gang stalking shit. Apparently, this is legal, and I'm supposed to go through all this till the day I die. Apparently, this is legal. That's what they're telling me. It's legal for them to come in my apartment. I might as well just leave the fucking door open when I leave out. Apparently, this is legal here in the state of Michigan. It's legal crossing states. I don't know if that individual that's in Michigan doing this was following me or contacting people in these states I end up at for them to be doing that on the truck. They switched my clothes on the truck. They've taken socks, face rags. They've done all that shit. I've come back to my truck that was parked here in Detroit with stuff on my truck that wasn't there. Loose screws, an electronic box screwed to a shelf that wasn't there. All while it was parked here across from the Motor City Casino. But apparently, this is legal. I was handpicked from a baby. She's a targeted TI for gang stalking. We targeted her father. We targeting her. She having the kids. We're going to target the kids. This is a targeted family. The Morgan family is a targeted family. She just gonna be targeted. We're gonna let her work. Then we're gonna start causing problems. She only gonna make the money we want her to make. We're gonna come in her dwelling. We're gonna do whatever. We're gonna come in there when she sleep. Take her underwear off her when she sleep. We gonna sneak in her house when she sleep. We gonna come in her apartment when she sleep. We gonna do whatever we want to because she's a targeted individual here. Apparently, gang stalking and this bullshit is going on with me. It's legal. According to telephone crime reporting, it's not a crime to come in here and do none of this stuff. Now, because the washer has disproved what I was saying, I can't even press that issue anymore. My underwear showed back up. I'm gonna have to let that go. But my journal, I'm not letting go. Somebody switched it. You hacked into my account. You printed a copy in black and white, and you got somebody to come in my house, my apartment, take my color copy, and replace it with this black and white copy. Then you had these select individuals that knew I was going to call about this already on the phone ready to start talking to me like you made a mistake. When I started contacting Amazon Kindle about this, they was already sending me, you must have made a mistake. We see it's been printed in black and white. Started talking to me like I'm crazy. The very business I was using that I selected, Amazon, print on demand, did this to me. Amazon, wow. Probably been stealing the royalties. I don't know what's going on with it. And then the workers there, the ones that were sending the messages, their names were foreign, started talking at me. Like I'm crazy. They were already ready for me to start calling because that's what they do. Apparently, this shit is legal here. So what the fuck am I complaining for now? Apparently, this is legal here. That's my experience with telephone crime reporting here and dealing with the police in this bullshit. Apparently, it's not a crime to come in here, do whatever the fuck you want in my apartment while I'm gone. Apparently.